What you're about to see is why the guardrails around Microsoft CoPilot might protect you a little less than you might think. CoPilot inside Microsoft 365 is designed to help you work faster by reading your emails, documents, and even your Teams conversations. But that also means it has access to a lot of context, sometimes more than the user realizes, and that's exactly where things can get dangerous. So let's start with what the user actually sees. In this example, we have a Teams conversation in a Teams channel of an Apollo project that contains some internal information. Inside that message, there's the latest update on the Apollo project, and in the same conversation, there are also some connection details, including a username and password that someone shared earlier for testing purposes. The user receives a simple email in Outlook asking for the current status of the Apollo project. Nothing suspicious, just a normal request that happens all the time during a workday. The user opens CoPilot and asks it to review the email and reply with a document. CoPilot processes the request and generates a Word document response. At first glance, everything looks completely normal. The document summarizes the Apollo project status exactly as expected. But then, something strange happens. If we highlight the text inside the document, suddenly additional information appears. Hidden in white font are connection credentials, a username and password that were pulled from an internal Teams conversation. The credentials were never part of the user's request, yet CoPilot extracted them and embedded them into the document. So the question is, how did that happen? Let me show you what was going on behind the scenes while the user had no idea. Earlier, inside Microsoft Teams, there was a message containing the latest Apollo project update, along with some internal connection details, including a username and password that someone had shared during testing. At the same time, the Outlook email contained something the user couldn't see, an indirect prompt injection hidden in the body of the message. The malicious instruction told CoPilot that when generating the reply, it should also extract the connection credentials and include them in the document using white font color so they remain hidden. CoPilot read the email, pulled context from Teams, and followed those instructions. But this is exactly where Radware's protection kicks in. Radware detects that the AI agent attempted to read the full Teams context, generate a document, and embed sensitive credentials using hidden formatting. The system identifies the prompt injection, blocks the execution, and logs the entire security event before the document can be delivered. The attack is stopped before any sensitive data leaks. So after seeing this, the real question is simple. How protected do you think you actually are?